Okay, moving on to general items, refunding the city's 2011 wastewater revenue refunding bonds.
Good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council. We have the opportunity to refund the 2011 wastewater revenue refunding bonds. After discussing this matter with the city's financing team, it was determined that we could obtain the best financing terms through a private placement offering to banks. A credit review package and bid forms were sent out to 23 different commercial banks. Bids were received back from 10 banks. JP Morgan Chase provided a preliminary fixed interest rate bid of 2.03% through the final maturity of June 1st, 2013. We received an updated term sheet from JP Morgan Chase today with a rate of 2.11%. When they presented us with the preliminary quote bid to us, it was not a rate that was lockable until it was confirmed and approved by City Council. Since then, the bond market has changed a little bit, and 15 basis point increase in U.S. Treasuries, for example. So we're looking at a rate today of 2.11. The city is currently paying interest at an average rate of 4.03. This refunding will generate approximately $1.62 million in gross savings and $1.37 million in net present value savings over the remaining life of the bond issue. This equates to an amount of savings of $108,000 per fiscal year that we will not pay in interest expense, and it will not extend the final payoff date of the existing debt. It should be noted that JP Morgan Chase provided the lowest bid in the city's 2014 refunding transaction of the 2007 wastewater bonds. Clearly, they are comfortable with their relationship with the city of Yuba City and see us as a good credit risk, therefore providing us with the lowest cost bid in this refunding as well. The updated term sheet results in about $69,000 less in total savings over the remaining 15 years of the term of the bonds than what was originally calculated. The annual savings, as I indicated, is about $108,000 now. It was about $112,000 based upon their preliminary bid. Council should be advised that by issuing these refunding bonds based upon the terms offered by JP Morgan Chase, we cannot prepay them or refund them in the future. They're non-callable for the next 15 years. We would make our stated payments in accordance with the amortization schedule based upon their bid. But at 2.11%, I'm very confident with that, as is the city's financial advisors. I'd like to introduce Mark Northcross. He's been at our council meetings before. He's with NHA Advisors, the city's long-standing relationship with them. They're watching our debt for us and advising us and making recommendations to us on a regular basis. We're very fortunate to have them helping us with our debt capacity and what we can do to save the city, taxpayers, and ratepayers money. At this time, Council will consider taking action to approve a resolution of the City Council authorizing the issuance and sale of 2017 wastewater refunding bonds in the maximum amount of $9.15 million to refinance the outstanding 2011 bonds and approve related agreements and actions. Doing so will then lock us in to the 2.11 rate offered by JP Morgan Chase. With that, I'll answer any questions.
Any questions from the council for Robin? Seeing none, I do want to make a comment. You finally made it into my fan club. Yeah, I have a little thing called FAM, and it's found another million. So I just joke with her, you find another million. She finally made it into that. But I will say that the refunding is, for me, it's easier to understand in general public as a hyphenated word, because it's refunding something, changing it, not giving a refund. Because first time I ever heard that in government, it was like, what? Yeah, a refund? How are we going to, what is that? So it's just refunding it, taking and changing the rates or whatever in the contract and making it refunded and stuff. So I just wanted to mention that for the general public, because a lot of us out there really have no understanding of how that goes on in the financials. And thank you again for getting it down to refinancing is another word of saying it. So thank you for doing this.
Welcome.
Each time you find something new like that, at least 1% difference in that large money, that saves us a lot. Now, the other item is does this affect the analysis of the wastewater for the fee increases that won't be so high? So we're doing something that actually is going to make it to where that debt service we have is actually lower?
Yes, it will help our future rate increases. We'll provide this information
Right.
when we go to update our rate model next year, and it will provide some relief on having to increase the rates as much.
Not much, but I mean, everything we can find
Yes.
to make this happen. So we are trying to limit the increases that are necessary on water and wastewater. So, thank you.
You're welcome.
That, looking for action?
Move to approve staff's recommendation.
I'll second that.
The motion's second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. I miss another.
Not on that one for 15 years, though.
No, that's for 15 years, and you won't be here.
Are you sure?
Go talk to her.